One of the words that we focus a lot on, both on our side, the editorial team, and your side, the publishing team, is quality. And Dr. Nahai and Dr. Kankel, our editor-in-chief and associate editor, they place quality above all else. So when we were conceiving of ASJ Open Forum, I know it was very important to all of us to have the same leadership team for ASJ Open Forum, the same editorial board, and the same rigorous peer review process. What else can you talk to us about today that's important when we think about the peer review process for open access?
Absolutely. So I'm really glad you asked that. I think there's a misconception that open access means lower quality. I don't think anything could be further from the truth. One of the huge strengths of open access and Oxford University Press's approach to open access is the same rigorous peer review. Now, it's very important to us as a quality-focused organisation, as you as a quality-focused organisation, to make sure that output for every open access journal that OUP publishes, and we do publish a lot, has the highest quality possible, and it's gone through a very, very rigorous peer review process. And you spoke to that with the same editorial board, with the same reviewers, and of course we're recruiting new reviewers as well with different expertise. Now, I think a big part of that you have to speak to is the cost of doing that. That quality does cost money. There's obviously the cost of producing a journal, of editorial staff time like yourself, of the editorial board's time, and actually there is a cost to doing peer review. And so in order to fund that, this is where what's known as the article processing charge and open access comes in. So with a subscription journal, a subscriber pays for the content. An open access journal, the author or the funder or their institution pays upfront for the cost. And so that cost supports the journal, it supports the staff working on the journal, it supports the society, and ensures that actually we're able to deliver the high quality content, which is the crucial point to the wider audience possible. I think that's really, really important to emphasize.
So you mentioned conflict of interest, and I know transparency is important in all of publishing. So for authors who haven't published in an open access journal before, is there any difference between what they must disclose in terms of conflict of interest in an open access journal versus any other journal?
There isn't. So you have to be just as rigorous in an open access journal as you do in a subscription journal. The only thing I would highlight is that if your open access article processing charge is being paid by someone, then you should disclose that. A good example would be if a pharmaceutical company or a device company paid that fee, that should be disclosed as part of your conflict of interest.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and like all of these things, the more transparent you can be, so much the better.
So Chris, in terms of the benefits of open access to international authors, as you know, ASJ and ASJ Open Forum are both international global journals. What would you say are the biggest benefits to publishing in an open access journal?
So for an international author in particular, I think there are a large number of benefits. I think readership is the largest one, in dissemination. So one of the core purposes of a journal is dissemination, is to spread knowledge as widely as possible. Now, unfortunately, throughout the world, not everyone has the same economic benefits as others. And one of the things that open access addresses is exactly that. So at the point of access, readers, wherever they are in the world, can read that material for free. And if we look at aesthetic surgery as a field, we all know about the strength in the US, we know the huge growth that's in Brazil and China, but there's huge amounts of growth in other areas of the world and the less developed countries in the world. And they should have same access to the same material, which gives them safe guidelines, which gives them responsible ways of carrying out procedures, to ensure that they do it in the best way. And so I think that's a huge benefit of ASJ Open Forum. It allows those readers to look at the material and to understand the latest research, to put it into their own practice, and then just to grow the field wherever in the world they are practicing. It'll also allow authors from those countries to publish in the journal and to allow them to disseminate their work further.